I'm working on some more pages in my En Masse collection journal. And what I have done is I went ahead and set up my alphabet pages. I wanted to do one letter of the alphabet, you know, A through Z, and put them in here. So I just kind of spaced them out, you know, a few pages between each, and put the tabs on. And I started kind of painting a little bit of backgrounds. I'm not going to be real fussy about doing a background for every letter because, you know, there's 26 of them. That feels like a chore. That's not fun. So what I might do is just, well, what I've been doing is just kind of slap some stuff on there. This is for my letter A, and I have my alphabet box here. These are my loose alphabets. There's a little compartment for each letter, and like if I cut things out of a magazine or just have, you know, die cut letters, big loose letters like that, I put them in here. So I've been pulling some out of here and putting them on my pages. And I've done, I think I just did A and maybe Z. Yeah, see, there's Z. We have a few of those. And Y. There's Y. So that's kind of what I'm doing, just getting them started anyway. And these backgrounds, let me show you what I did. I've started using some of my paints that I recently, or not recently, but in the past have bought on clearance. And the ones I picked out are these CreateFX Acrylic Washes. I've got 3 colors, a kind of a pink, a kind of a green, a kind of a blue, and ooh, boy, they settle. Look at that. And I'm also using some glass paints that I've picked up on the clearance rack. I think I've got all these at Hobby Lobby. I have red. Those look like 2 different shades of red to me. Does it say on here? Yes, it does. It is. Oh, yes, paprika and pimento. Okay, so 2 different reds and a blue and a yellow. And then these 3 washes. That's what I'm going to use. Alrighty. Let's go. Alright, I already did X. What's next? I did W. Let's go V. Well, I got further than I thought I did. I even did U. Look at me go. T. There we go. Alright. I'm going to wet my brush and just put some paints on here. Squish. There we go. I really love using these paints because they dry fast. You know, they're thin, watercolory, you know, so they dry fast and there's not a lot of sticking problem with them. And they will work on glossy magazine pages, so, you know, don't think if you're using a book that has really glossy pages, yeah, you can watercolor on it. It can be a little tricky. It'll bead up, but sometimes it ends up looking kind of cool. I've done it. I have a video, I think it's called I think it was the watercolor like a Rebel or something like that. And I watercolored on all different kinds of magazine pages and all different papers that were not intended to be watercolored on. Some of these I had gessoed and then areas with not gesso, and I just love how that makes the, you know, it does that thing. The paint looks different. Oh. This one's going to be extra special. Okay, I think I didn't have enough water on there, and the paint was kind of dry and got sticky. So, let's go with it, shall we? Well, I think that ended up being one of my favorites. That looks like a mountain range in front of a lake or body of water. See, there's the sky. Yeah, I couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay, keep going. Okay, I got bored with those other paints, and I switched to these silks. LuminArte's silks paints. And some of mine had gotten kind of funky, but yeah, they're alright. And let me show you what I like about these paints. They don't muddy up easily. Alright. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's do, okay, this is a lovely kind of a orange color, right? Which normally can, well, it's really more yellow than orange. There we go. And orange can sometimes have issues with blue. But can you see how the blue is just kind of laying on top of the orange? I mean, they're transparent, so you can see through it, but it's not mixing with, you know, like watercolors, it would pick up the orange and make a mess. And this does not. Let's do another one. Green. Orange does not like green. They do not play well together. Well, no one plays well with this particular shade of green, I think. It does not pick up and mix with the orange that I just put on there. Yeah, with a lot of other paints, by now I would have a muddy mess. We're using this much water and this many different colors. Oh, I got a lot in that one. So it's kind of hard to make mud if you even, you know, try. And these are all that I have, and I really don't know where I got these. I'm sure I got them on a clearance rack somewhere because they're kind of a little pricey for me. So it's not something that I would use a lot of, but if I could afford it, I probably would, just because of their, the way they resist muddying up. Pretty impressive, right? I know. That's okay, LuminArte. You can just mail me a check. I'm good. I know you're good for it. It's on the way, right? So yeah, I've pretty much used all of my 6 colors on these pages, one right after another, and I still have not managed to create a hideous muddy color. So that is the beauty of silks. Okay, I did finally find a way to make it muddy. Took some effort. It's if you use it over gesso, it kind of doesn't dry good and it lifts. Okay, this one right here, see, this is dry. This is not coming off and blending anymore. So I'm going to take just a damp brush and we grab some of my pink and see it's lifted. And I didn't do that on the other one. And then if I do this, like, I can get all of the paint off there. I mean, it lifts it down to the gesso. So it does not dry over gesso, or doesn't dry permanently and prevent mud like it does on plain paper. So if you use it over gesso, you'll have to be a little more careful. There is the potential for mud. How often do I actually use gesso? Almost never. This was kind of a unusual exception, so I'm perfectly fine. But good to know it does have some vulnerability, right? I think so. My alphabet pages are prepped and ready to go. Shall we do a quick flip? I think we should. Okay. A, and here's B, and C. Oh, I don't guess I have to say the alphabet for each one. I mean, you know how it goes, right? So, yeah, let's just flip. Some I like better than others, but overall, I think they all turned out great. They've got a little bit of color, a little bit of interest, just something to look at while I'm working on them. Y'all, these are my favorites. These are the two that stuck together and then ripped like crazy when I took them apart. Oh my gosh, I love the way these turned out. Yeah, go figure. I think I really did like working with the silks best on here. Just because you don't have to think and worry about what you're doing. They layer so nicely. That's nice. That was kind of a mess, but kind of a cool mess. That one too. I think those are the glass paints. That's pretty. I like that too. There we have it. Alright. Alphabet pages are done. And see, I told you, it's gonna get fat fast. But that's alright, because it's just more fun to be had. Alright. That's all for now. The end.